Man, last night was a little rough. Wife and I barely got any sleep. I think Chelsea got less sleep than I did, but yeah, the kids were knocked out the entire time. They didn't give a crap about storms. They were going to get their rest regardless. But changing the brakes on the Jeep today, got to get that done. And I have a couple things I need to take care of, but I think I put in vacation for the end of this week. I can't remember. I gotta check that out because I'm going to use those days for morning hunts. Go back to that public land that I was on the other day. Since I know the deer are there, they didn't see me. They may have caught my scent, but at least I'm gonna hope on that. I'll be going back over there. Got my safety line, got the tree stand ready to go. I'm just trying to catch up on some things that need to be caught up a little bit around here. So far everything's good. Last night, it put me behind a little bit because I wanted to complete the shelter for the pigs. And then it wound up going into, okay, I really got to get this done, emergency shelter. I run to Lowe's and all the treated 2x4s cleaned off the shelf. Some guy came in there and bought the last 5 pallets. I mean, what the hell are you doing at a regular hardware store buying pallets of wood? Go to frickin' a lumber company or something. We got several around here. I mean, good Lord, what the hell are you building? I don't think, like Lowe's and Home Depot, I think they're good for small projects and everything. But if you're building a barn or a house, go to a lumber company. It's way cheaper that way. And then people like us that got to build pig shelters when a storm hits, frickin' can have our wood. Gosh, frustrated. But it's okay. I used the chicken tractor that I emptied out. I threw that sucker in there, cut off the chicken wire, and they seem to be just fine. And it worked pretty decent. All the animals are good. The only thing, I woke up this morning and the creek was about 4 feet away from touching the road. And being that it's overgrown over on that side of the property, I'm pretty sure the creek was already on our property and fairly close too. But so far everything's down. Beautiful sunny day. And trying to take advantage of it. Oh, okay. Let's get to it. So I'm replacing the brakes on the Jeep. These are the old ones from the other side. Got the other side done. Now I'm on the driver's side. Now, of course, yeah, it's a little beat up. Used vehicle. Bolt. All right, now tell me what's missing. Trying to get it. There's no frickin' bolt. There's supposed to be a bolt here on the bottom of this caliper. So, it's one of those I'm going to have to replace the brakes, go to the parts store, and when I buy the coolant for the diesel, I'm going to have to get a new caliper bolt. Crap, man. Oh. Well, I mean, apparently we've been driving without that bolt, so we'll just... Now it just sucks because now I know it's... Now I know it's missing. Now it's gonna really... I really don't want the wife driving this now. That means I really have to get the diesel done this week. I wanted to hurry up, change the brakes on this thing, and start lining up the fence for the horses. But... Crap, man. Well, brakes are done. Man, nothing can ever go smooth. I've realized that. There has not been a project that I've done in my life where it's gone completely smooth and perfect. Actually, no, I take that back. No, yep. But basically what I did was just basically put a wedge on the caliper and tighten up the brakes, because even though the brake caliper, or you're not applying the brakes, the brake caliper still has pressure on there, which is, I'm assuming, how it stayed on this entire time. But I'm gonna have to get a caliper bolt for that, definitely, so Chelsea will not be driving the Jeep here much at all. So that means I gotta get this girl back up and running soon. All right, time to feed the horses and call it. No, I'm sure there's something else that's gonna pop up. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Now, the other day I was trying to find my grill grates so that I can put it on a cinder block or whatever. Look where they were at. They're right in front of me the whole time. Well, now I can so much to show y'all. So basically, this came from a gas grill or whatever that broke down or whatever, and people got rid of. My father-in-law will collect these because we love grilling. And so basically, what I started doing, or how I started grilling, was I take the grill grate and I put cinder blocks on each side of it. Sometimes I do a wall, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I'll flip the cinder blocks where the holes are. It depends on the weather and the wind and everything. But I loved it. I could just make it whatever I wanted to. And I just called it my own little modern cowboy pit. So I loved it. That's how I started grilling. Of course, I told y'all now I got that little $30 grill from Walmart, but I really like using that if I want to like smoke something, you know, real quick. Nothing expensive, but it still gets the job done. But this right here, man, whew, especially Dutch oven meals like ribs or something that need to cook for like 7 hours. I love my grates, but I'm gonna keep them here at the barn since I got the grill at the house and I already figured out a way to clean the chickens without the grates. I'm gonna keep the grates here. That way this winter, while we're hanging at the barn and doing chores or whatever, we can make a pit out here and grill. Stay warm anyways, so I'm glad I found those. Well, I guess that's a little positive twist to the day. So I've told y'all probably about a dozen times. Got dust up my nose. Told y'all about a dozen times that between home and work and everything driving, I always drive past the public lands that I hunt on. And it's muzzleloader season right now, and normally that's like prime time for public land to be pressured heavily, and I haven't seen much pressure this year. I've seen maybe 3 guys out when there's normally like 20 parked alongside public land. Oh, good Lord. Now, unless they're all using boats like some of us do, well, then that's a different story. But what's awesome about if they use boats, they'll probably go to the bedding areas, which will push the deer closer to the easier areas to get to. Yeah, pipe dream, huh? Well, guys, back at the house. I'm gonna wrap up my evening chores and just call it a night. So I will see y'all tomorrow.